Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our new Big Brother Canada exit interview. And here we are speaking with Jedson. And I'll be honest
Yep.
with you, I kind of talked myself into Jedson coming back into the house as being a good thing because I was like, all right, Beth is like crying for him. And then she's going to be like, Jedson. And he's going to be like, how could you?
Well, that would have been sort of the more like interesting scenario, but that probably wouldn't have worked out like that. I'm sure he would have come back in. He would have felt, maybe a little let down by everybody, maybe a lot let down, but I think he would know that he would still need to find a way to work with people. So I don't think it would have been as exciting as we all kind of thought that he'd come in and be like, "How dare you!" Oh, that wasn't going to happen.
Listen, I have some great Big Brother Canada fan fiction in my head
I
that would have been
know.
electric, and I will say I'm not as upset about this fake double eviction twist as I was previously because I found it to be some good drama.
Yep.
But we will talk in here with Jedson about everything leading to his demise.
Yeah.
He played hard. I will give him credit for playing hard.
Yeah, he played hard. He played a good game, and it's unfortunate that we're here talking to him today.
He will never think about a sliding table and balls the same way ever again.
No, I thought we were going to be talking to him in the finale.
Yeah.
It is surprising that we're actually going
Yeah.
to be talking to him today.
I thought he would go back in, and then he and Beth, despite the how dare you moments, would come back together, and then it would be a predictable finale, and then I would probably hate this twist all over again. But okay, before we get into this interview, if you guys do enjoy what we've got going on here, be sure to subscribe because we are in that home stretch now of Big Brother Canada. We are like running to that finish line. We can sort of see it there. We want you guys to be with us the whole way through.
And we just hit 47,000 subscribers. So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed to our channel and helped it grow as it has. It's been really cool for us.
Yeah, we really, really appreciate it. And, now without further ado, let's get over to our interview with Jedson.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. Okay, let's get right into the questions. So, what's more painful of a loss right now, being voted out of the competition or what happened with everyone?
Um, I would have to say what happened with everyone, just because the way in which I was voted out was tough. It was a tough pill to swallow. Just hearing about the plan to get me out and kind of using my loyalty against me in that situation, knowing that I would make a decision for the team and then just flipping on me and using it against me. It's definitely burns more than just getting voted out.
Who do you feel the most let down by now that you're out, and why?
Oh, it would have to be to Sean. I definitely feel the most let down by him. He was my guy, my day one guy. We told each other everything throughout the game. We had a lot of loyalty. We had a lot of trust built up, and it was just hurtful to know that he was in on this plan to get me out. And he looked me in the eye all week and told me that I was good. I was good. And then when it came down to it, I really had to press him to get him to tell me that I wasn't good and that he was going to send me home. So definitely wanted some more respect from him, but at the end of the day, it's game, and I still love him on a personal level, so it's all good.
Tara told you that Kiefer was the architect for your demise. What do you think about that remark and also his game?
I mean, it doesn't really surprise me because he's been making some elaborate plans throughout the entire game. I know he's extremely smart and he knows the game well. So I wasn't too surprised when I heard that it was him that orchestrated it. I just put him on the block the week before, and I know that he's an emotional player. So he held on to that and he used it as a reason to get me out. So kudos to him. I think he's played an amazing game. If he's sitting in the final two, he has my vote. He's won competitions, he has strong social relationships, and he's really maneuvered his way through this game nicely. So I think that he has the strongest game at this point.
Were you expecting to go to the final three with Tashawn and Beth, or would you have cut one of them beforehand?
I think it was a pipe dream to get to the final three with those two. Obviously, I tried to make this veto move in an attempt to get there with them, but they had different plans. I think that I wouldn't have had to be one of the people to cut them on the way there. If I hadn't have used that veto on them, one of them would be going home, probably to Sean. So it wouldn't have happened anyways. But I mean, it was my dream to get us to the 3. I'm just a team player like that. I put my lines first. So I wanted to get there, but I knew it was extremely unrealistic.
Who would have been your final 2 between them when push comes to shove?
Well, listen, you wouldn't have had to push or shove me. I would have taken Beth. I knew that from the very beginning. I told her she was my day one, and we just had a different level of relationship. We had that strong game relationship that built first, and then around day 20, we really started like our personal relationship throughout the game. So we had 2 levels of a relationship, and it was just stronger than mine and Shashawn. So at that moment, I 100% would have taken Beth.
Prior to Tara's HOH, is there any move you wish you would have made but didn't?
Well, prior to Tara's, I mean, like just knowing that she won that HOH, maybe taking her out instead of Victoria when given the opportunity. I do think it was a bit early to get rid of Victoria when we did, and it wasn't in my best interest. I was kind of just going along with what the team wanted. But I do think that Tara was a potential threat for the entire game, and she had always been saying my name. So I did want her out that week, but other people wanted Victoria out, and that's just what had to happen. And then other than that, it would have just been that Kiefer move, putting him up on the block beside Tina. That kind of killed my game because he held on to that. And I either shouldn't have put him up or sent him home, as I said.
If you had used the veto on yourself and left Beth on the block, do you think she would have been evicted for sure?
I definitely don't think she would have been evicted for sure, but I think there was more of a chance of her being evicted than Ty. He is a smooth talker. He's probably one of the best talkers in the game. He's very manipulative and he's a good liar. And I learned that my last week in the house. He has yet to touch the block, and that should just tell you something right there. If he was on there, I think he would have been able to sway Kiefer for sure, and then potentially Braden. I know Braden had told me he'd give his vote to Beth, but I don't believe him. I think that he was riding with Ty way more, and I think that they had gotten a lot closer than people thought. So I think Ty would have been able to get himself off, and Beth would have been out the door.
Is there any future for you and Beth outside the house?
I mean, never say never. Obviously, we live across the country from each other, but I mean, our relationship is extremely strong, and we really did build something special in there. I truly do care for her. So I'm 100% going to see her after the house, and we're going to figure it out. We're going to stay in touch and see what happens because, you know, distance makes the heart grow fonder, and we'll see if that works out for us.
How frustrating was it to get so close to winning the competition against Tara only to come up short?
Oh, it was one of the most frustrating things I've ever experienced in my life. I'm obviously a competitor. I've been an athlete my whole life, and I hate losing more than I like to win. So being in that situation, having those 2 balls on the ledge, and she had no balls at the time, and just trying to get that last one up there, it was so frustrating. But in that game, you can't get stressed, you can't get frustrated because it's all about patience and finesse. So I was just trying my best to stay calm, even though my life was on the line, and I came up short, and it was crushing, 100%.
Thanks so much, Jedson.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.